everyone, it's Kate from The Fold Line. I am back this week with the edit. This is our weekly roundup of new sewing patterns. So, actually, I've got quite a couple of weeks, I think. The last, I don't know, couple of months have been absolutely manic with the amount of releases, and now I feel like everyone's taken a bit of a breath. Anyway, we've got some really good stuff to talk to you about. So I'm going to start with the first one, which is Talco magazine, which is now on sale. It's been on pre-order for quite a while, but now you can actually just buy it straight up. So I've got one of the issues here. So each issue has got a different theme. The theme for this one is the colour blue. So that theme is woven throughout the entire magazine and also kind of influences the patterns that are produced. Obviously, with other themes, it's been a little bit more literal, whereas this is obviously using the colour as the theme. It's a really nice one. It feels quite cosy. If you're looking for something nice to kind of keep you, I don't know, give you a bit of inspiration. There are some really nice articles in it, as always. Patterns are pretty good this time as well. So let me show you a couple of them. I'm really vibing this Quincy dress. I think it's really sweet. Like a kind of shirt dress with lots of kind of pleat details, which is really interesting. You get, let me just double check how many patterns you get. I think it's about 9. Yes, bang on with my guess. 9 free patterns. So you get, they vary from clothing to accessories. There's a bag pattern this time. This dress is very cute, the jet dress. And they get guest designers to come on and do the design. So it's quite nice, actually. It's really interesting each time. You kind of don't know who you're going to get, and most of them are pretty well known. There's a really nice pair of they're called the Sunday trousers, which I can totally see why. They're sort of very simple elasticated waists. But yeah, the patterns tend to be quite a few simple ones, and then one kind of complex make, which for this time is a coat, and it's called the Rally coat, which is gorgeous, actually. Really sort of classic tailor coat. Let's have a look and see another picture. Actually, that's probably better, give some more details. So a mixture of a tailored and a trench coat. Then you get all the instructions at the back as well. So maybe I'll show you those if you haven't seen them before. So you get kind of quite detailed written instructions, a few illustrations, and then the pattern sheets are all in the back as well. So I'll just show you one if you've never seen one before. You will have to trace them off, but the lovely thing about these is that there aren't too many pattern pieces on each page, and each pattern piece is printed in different colour. So actually it's quite easy to follow, all things considered. It kind of looks complicated, but if you just follow the colour and your size, then you're good to go. So that is now available if you are interested. I thought nice kind of, I feel like, I mean, obviously it has properly turned now, but it's feeling very wintry. Christmas is not that far away. Bonfire night. It's just it's like the hunker down time. So right, before I start talking about hunkering down, next pattern I've got is the Sew Over It Viola dress and blouse. I think this is really great, actually, pattern. I'll show you both of them. I think of the two, for me, the more interesting version of this is the cropped shirt. So it's a classic. Let's have a look at the line drawing. You can see what's going on. Classic shirt dress. Interesting details about it is it's got a sewn-in waistband. You can see on the back there is a panel of shearing, which is really nice because it means you've got a bit of give on the waistband, which I always find great because it means if you have a big meal, it's not then really uncomfortable after eating the meal. There is gathering below, just off the waistband, below and above. So you get all of your kind of gathering, which means you don't need a bust dart. Short sleeved. There's also a version with it 3/4 length sleeves, which I think, well, I suppose just below your elbow. So yeah, 3/4 length, which is really cute as well. But the blouse, if you are a vintage lover, I feel it's got a real nod kind of vintage feel, the blouse particularly. It feels kind of quite sort of 50s or 60s. So if you wear high-waisted trousers, this is a really nice option to look at because these will sit sort of perfectly with your high-waisted trousers. I think it's just a really lovely pattern. I haven't said any of the important stuff. PDF only, and sizes 6 to 20 and then 18 to 30. So they're split into 2 size bandings. There is also PDF printing if you want available on this, because let's be honest, the dress version particularly, we don't need to be cutting out or printing out 75 pages, do we? So that one I thought was a good one. Next up, we've got 3 patterns from Atelier Dupe, which is really great because we all love their patterns and they're just great. So PDF and paper, these ones. They come in sizes UK 8 to 26. The first one is the Esty shirt. This is your perfect, understated, drapey shirt for me. Now, obviously you can make this pattern in any fabric you like, but to me, this is screaming out to be made in something drapey. So let's have a look at the line drawing. There are 2 variations. There's a short sleeved and a long sleeved. You can see actually really simple, very understated. Button placket down the front. There's a proper shirt collar, so there's a stand and fall on the shirt collar, and then there's your classic cuff. Actually, I'm wearing a shirt today where you've got a little pleat there. But other than that, you know, it's pretty understated, which I love personally because I think you can't beat a classic shape like this. It's cut quite loose as well, so it feels quite a relaxed fit. And obviously you can then decide if you want to have it short, if you live somewhere where it's warm, or you want it thinking ahead for spring. I feel like it's a long way off, but it's just lovely. So if you're looking for a very simple blouse, well, not simple, but sort of understated blouse, that's one to look at. When I say not simple, it's purely on the technical side of it, because sewing a shirt is quite an involved make. The next one is probably my favourite. It's the Danny jacket. If you haven't seen it, it's great. Again, this is PDF and paper, available in sizes 8, UK 8 to 26. This looks so cosy. I think the thing that really makes this is the fabric. So what we all need to be looking for is like a shearling, really thick sort of patterned fleece, which I think is the thing that totally makes it. Again, this is actually quite a simple make. So if I show you the line drawing, you can see there are 2 different variations, almost like basically like a hooded jumper that you can either make as a jumper or you can make it so that it's like a proper jacket, zip up the front, 3-piece hood. The other variation has got a kind of a funnel neck, which I think is also fab. The thing I really liked about it, and this is purely in sort of the fabrication side of things, if you look at the version I'm going to show you now, I love the band down the front with the poppers that's made in a cotton, so it's made in a completely different fabric to the full kind of jacket. I think it makes it feel really expensive and feels quite different as well, I think, and it would work. It's also actually, in terms of the construction, it's a bit easier when you're putting on poppers or you're adding a zip. You're not going to have so much bulk around there. So I can see why they've done it in a construction point of view. But yeah, that's a really nice, actually, and if you did make it as a jacket, it's actually a really simple make. Anyone who lives the life of the walking dogs, this to me is like your perfect dog walking jacket. You've got a hood in case it rains. It's really cozy. Nice big pockets you can shove in all of your dog treats, poo bags, headphones, all the rest of it. So yeah, I really like that. Then last but not least, we've got a really fab dress from Atelier Dupe. If you haven't got your Christmas party dress organised yet, this could be a potential. So let's have a look at the line drawing. It's another really nice simple one, and I'm really enjoying this sort of it. All of theirs are quite simple but quite elegant. So you can see it's a V-neck, it's got a sewn in waistband, another one of those, so maybe those are coming back in the sewing community. Quite very slightly A-line, not too much excess of fabric. The thing that's really beautiful is the sleeves. You can see they've got that sort of bell sleeve, which I really like, and I think it's really kind of flattering, especially anyone who, I have really large upper arms, so whenever I see a bell sleeve I'm quite excited because I know that I will get my my arms into them. Really nice little detail around the cuff as well. I just think it's a great pattern. So if you are looking for a nice kind of simple Christmas party dress, definitely have a look at this one. So next up, we've got quite an interesting pattern from Merchant & Mills. This is something that's quite different from anything they've done before, and it's called Grove Creations. It's a homeware kind of bundle, and the reason that it's called Grove Creations, it came out of them renovating. They do these incredible retreats down in Rye, and they wanted to create some stuff for the house, and I think because of that they then created their own patterns. So there is a duvet set, a pillowcase, a quilt or sofa topper, and a blind. So quite a lot of different variations. I really liked these because they're very simple construction. Like the quilt topper has got you can either have buttons or ties, which are I love those. Well, I'll show you a picture if you don't know what I'm talking about, but little like ties on the topper. I just think this is a nice option if you ever wanted to make your own bedding. I have definitely wanted to and never got around to it, but I probably, if I'm realistic, wouldn't make the duvet set, but I might make the pillowcases, the quilt, and the blind looks really sweet actually. So it's a draped Roman blind, but they work really well with quite a relaxed, you know, they're kind of beautiful linens that they have. But yeah, if you're thinking homewares and you're interested, it's definitely worth checking out. Not for everyone, this pattern, but definitely worth having a look at. PDF only for this one, I should say. And last but not least, a really good basic layering piece. So Juliana Martej has got a pattern called the Basic Turtleneck. This is PDF only. It comes in sizes UK 6 to 20. I'll show you a line drawing so you can see what's going on. But I think I quite liked about it is there's quite a lot of fabric at the neck. So it's not, as in not loose, but some of the polo necks have got really short little kind of, let's call it a rise on them. Whereas this one's got some, you know, some decent amount of fabric. I mean, it's very simple make. It will not take you very long, but who doesn't need another polo neck in their life? It's so useful, something that you'll use over and over again. So that is there if you're looking for a really good base layer. Right, that is it from me this week. I hope that was useful and you found something nice to sew, and having a lovely weekend. I will be back soon with another video. Have a lovely one. Bye.